2 earthquakes, similar magnitude, same corner of the world. Venezuela lost thousands. Colombia has lost more than 100. The difference is not the strength of the shaking. It is how deep underground it started. Colombia's new president declared an emergency days after taking office. The ground did not wait for him to settle in. A powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake has struck Western Colombia, killing more than 100 people and damaging thousands of buildings just weeks after earthquakes of comparable strength devastated neighbouring Venezuela. The Colombian earthquake struck at 7:34 a.m. local time on August 10th, with its epicenter near San José del Palmar in the Choco region. The Colombian Geological Service placed its depth at about 103 kilometres, while tremors were felt across the country and into Venezuela, Ecuador, and Panama. The latest official figures cited by local reporting put Colombia's toll at least 132 dead and 570 injured. Yet the devastation remains considerably below that reported after Venezuela's earthquakes in June, where thousands were killed. Geophysicist Dean Whitman says the proximity and timing of the disasters do not mean they were connected.
There is no direct connection between them. They occurred in 2 types of systems. The property damage and death toll are going to be much less in Colombia than what we saw in Venezuela, because this earthquake occurred much deeper below the Earth's surface.
Depth is crucial in determining how destructive an earthquake becomes. Colombia's quake originated more than 100 kilometers underground, allowing its seismic energy to spread across a wider area before reaching the surface. The Venezuelan earthquakes, by comparison, were much shallower, concentrating stronger shaking closer to communities and buildings above. Colombia, nevertheless, suffered widespread damage. More than 5,000 homes have been reported damaged or destroyed, while hospitals, clinics, schools, and airports have also been affected. Aviation authorities suspended operations at several airports while inspections were being carried out. The International Rescue Committee warned that the earthquake struck communities already confronting severe economic and security pressures.
Our teams near the epicenter in Choco are reporting damage to infrastructure, including to hospitals and clinics. Impacted communities were already facing armed conflict and high levels of poverty before the ground began to shake. The IRC is monitoring the situation and stands ready to scale up its response as the full extent of the destruction becomes clear.
The disaster has also become the first major emergency confronting President Abelardo De La Espriella, who was sworn into office only days before the earthquake. De La Espriella declared an emergency and said he had personally assumed leadership of the response, traveling to Bogotá as rescue operations intensified. 2 aftershocks, measuring magnitudes 2.8 and 4.8, were recorded following the main earthquake. The US Tsunami Warning System said there was no tsunami warning, advisory, watch, or threat. For Colombia, the immediate priority remains finding survivors, assessing damaged infrastructure, and reaching communities near the epicenter. But the comparison with Venezuela offers a stark illustration of how earthquake magnitude can tell only part of the story. 2 earthquakes can release comparable amounts of energy and produce entirely different disasters. How deep that energy originates, where it reaches the surface, what stands above it, and how communities are prepared can ultimately determine whether the result is severe damage or catastrophe. The Colombian Association of Capital Cities has confirmed that at least 132 people have died and 570 have been injured as a result of the magnitude 7.4 earthquake that struck the country on August 10th. Out of the total casualties, the city of Pereira has reported 60 deaths alone. According to the association, 5 capital cities across the country are in a red alert, 86 buildings have collapsed, and 7 airports have suspended operations. Colombia's President Abelardo De La Espriella announced the deployment of a nationwide response. Espriella said the priority is rescuing people who are under the rubble. The leader reported that unified command posts were activated in Bogotá, Armenia, Quibdó, and Cali to coordinate the response, and announced that a state of emergency will be declared. Ministers and other officials will be sent to the affected departments, while the president himself said he will directly lead operations. In an update on the aftermath of the earthquake, the Colombian president said,
"We are at the Unified Command Center in the city of Cali, and I would like to take this opportunity to provide an update on the damage and the impact. We have approximately 5,000 homes that have been damaged or collapsed, 35 fatalities, and approximately 700 injured. 3 hospitals have collapsed, and 18 others have been affected. 39 schools have been affected, and the airport has sustained damage and is operating on a limited basis. But what concerns us most, without a doubt, are the 188 people who are missing."
A local official said that several patients are trapped under the rubble of a partially collapsed hospital in Cali, as rescue efforts continued after the country was hit by what the authorities called the strongest earthquake of the century. Local resident Andres Burbano said the earthquake completely destroyed the building where he lived with his wife and daughter, leaving him uncertain about his wife's fate.
My apartment was 302, and it was completely destroyed. My wife was inside. Thankfully, my daughter had left early, and so had I. I left early for work. And look, this is what happened. We haven't been able to rescue her. We don't know whether she is alive or dead. The emergency responders are there, trying to clear a path to reach those areas.
Earlier, the Cali mayor's office declared a curfew from 8 p.m. local time on August 10th to 6 p.m. local time on August 11th, and the militarization of the city after the 7.4 magnitude earthquake.
Starting tonight at 8 p.m, I have declared a curfew until 6 a.m. in order to ensure safety in the city and to provide sufficient space and conditions for rescue workers to continue their efforts. We are facing threats of looting, which is why I have ordered a curfew and the militarization of Cali. I ask citizens to promptly report any attempts at looting or security incidents they may detect.
The governor of Valle del Cauca, Dilian Francisca Toro, told local media that some sections of Cali's University Hospital, including the pediatrics department, have collapsed, there are people trapped, and firefighters are working to rescue them. About 30% of the hospital's infrastructure has collapsed, including 3 floors reserved for pediatrics, internal medicine, and part of the neonatal unit. Colombian Vice President José Manuel Restrepo announced he is heading to Manizales to lead the Unified Command Post, from where he will coordinate the response to the earthquake. Manizales, located in the department of Caldas, is one of the areas hardest hit by the 7.4 magnitude earthquake that struck Western Colombia on Monday. The Vice President also stated he would work with the Foreign Ministry to arrange for the arrival of resources and support from the international community. The epicenter of Monday's earthquake was in San José del Palmar, in the department of Chocó, Colombia's poorest department, where more than 2/3 of the population live in poverty. According to a 2021 report by ACAPS, apart from the capital Quibdó, much of the region is accessible only by air or water because it has few roads. In recent years, the region has also struggled with violence from organized crime groups and militant organizations, including the National Liberation Army.